Okay, I'm going to show you very quickly how I use Logic Volume Wand. It's a little bit better than the video that you saw on TV. Um, this is my ZB Daily. You'll notice at the bottom that I'm using the Neo Harmonics ATR. I recommend that you go ahead and install it and use it also. This right here is a Logic Volume Wand. Basically how you activate it once you have it is you click on it, you open one side and you pull it to the other side. And now it's telling me that there's 54% more sellers than buyers in this time frame. This goes back to February 1st. I can look at it in different ways. I can look at it as the volume profile, VPOC, so the 15 would be the volume profile for that segment. If I wanted to look at a smaller segment, I just pull it to the segment that I'm looking for. And as you notice, if we're going back a couple of weeks, the volume is pretty much where we're trading at right now. You can also click and look at it in just peaks and valleys, and this is kind of what I do when I'm looking at setting up my support and resistance lines. If I'm looking at only March, or I want to go back and look all the way to January, I can see that most of the business that occurred happened in and around the 29, and I can go ahead and use my equals key and leave a peak there at the 29.30. Here's a valley at 24. And I could just leave a notation that it's valley. Right now we're at an old peak. And you can see that it's not really, I guess, an old peak, but it's a peak that's of recent vintage. So I can say, okay, that's another peak. Then it goes into a valley at the 9. And I just used the O as a valley. That's just what I use. You can use whatever you want. And then if it passes that valley at the 09, chances are it's going to go all the way down to the 26, which is down here. And my suspicion is because this was Thursday sell-off, this was Friday sell-off, and this is today, we're probably going to want to retest the low all the way to here, maybe to the 30. But this peak is at the 143.25, and that's all the way down here. So if it looks like it's going short, that's a possible destination for it. And after there, it's the 143.15, which is even a longer term short. If you see that I pull it back over it and go all the way to the beginning of February, that 143.15 is a point of control or point of volume for the entire 2 months. And then the 143.01 down here is another place where it could go to. So, it's not going to just go straight down. Usually it doesn't, as you can see. And let me just tone this down. So it's very, very unlight. We have 3 pushes up, and then we have pushes down. In a larger time frame, in a weekly time frame, that could be a 2-bar reversal, up, down. We have 2 pushes up, and it looks like we're going to have a couple of pushes down. Even if we were to look at the 120, and that's what I trade off during the day, we had 3 pushes up today, and then we have 2 pushes down. Now, anytime we have 3 pushes up, we almost always get an immediate push down thereafter. 2 pushes up, went sideways for a little while, then we got 2 big fat pushes down. Long tail, push up, push down, push up, push down, push down, push up, push up, push down, and probably tomorrow we'll get a push down to test this 144.06, which was a low from Friday. And then we're probably going to be looking at Thursday's lows back over here, and that's at the ZB120. This is a chart that I sent you. Now I don't have, well, I guess I have a logic volume wand on that, and I can take a look at just what happened today. And that's from the overnight session, and you can see there was a big build up here of volume. Then we came down to here, and now we're a little bit low. But keep in mind that the 10 and the 10-year and the 30-year treasuries closed at 3 o'clock. And at 3 o'clock, the 10-year closed here at the 150, and the 30-year closed here at 24. So you can see these numbers. I'll pull this down. This is what I have in my Thinkorswim, that it closed today at 0.05, and I noted that at the close. And then the 10-year closed at 2843, and that's at 0.13 right here. So tomorrow when I wake up, no matter where this has gone overnight, I know that that was the close from the prior night. Plus I also have this information here, prior close, prior open. And that's something that, again, is part of the free NEO thing. This is NEO Harmonics free prior day. And that's something you definitely want to put on there, because it'll tell you what the prior low was, the prior open, the prior close, and the prior high. Today we were almost exclusively, right in and around the prior open and prior close. And we just moved around that. So that's basically that. That's how I get an idea of what price action is going to look like. So that's it. And this video will only cost you $50.